Students, welcome to the endocrine system overview. The major endocrine glands we will be covering in this unit are the hypothalamus and pituitary glands, the pineal and thyroid glands, the thymus, the adrenal glands, the pancreas, the ovaries, and the testes. Hormones produced by these glands are the chemical messengers of the endocrine system. Earlier in the year, we learned about pseudophorous glands. These are exocrine glands, not endocrine. Endocrine glands produce hormones that travel through the blood, whereas exocrine glands secrete substances outward through a duct. We will learn more about these in the digestive unit. The endocrine and nervous systems work side by side to maintain homeostasis. Hormones produced by the endocrine system are slow to initiate but have a longer life. Nervous system hormones, as we learned in our last unit, are quick to fire and to complete their role in homeostasis. Autocrine hormones are made in one cell and work on that cell or the one next to it. Paracrine hormones act regionally. Endocrine hormones are transported all around the body by the bloodstream. They elicit specific responses by binding to the receptors on target cells. The hypothalamus is located below the thalamus and produces releasing hormones that regulate the pituitary gland. In addition, it produces the antidiuretic hormone, ADH, and oxytocin. Overall, it regulates body temperature, some metabolic processes, and governs the autonomic nervous system. Though regulated by the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland is known as the master endocrine gland. The anterior pituitary gland regulates physiological process, including stress, growth, reproduction, and lactation. Several of the hormones are tropic hormones because they control the functioning of other endocrine glands. The posterior pituitary does not produce hormones, but stores ADH and oxytocin, which are produced in the hypothalamus. Oxytocin is one of the few hormones that creates a positive feedback loop. ADH acts on the kidney to facilitate the reabsorption of water into the blood. Later in the unit, additional time will be spent learning the hormones of the pituitary gland. A trick to remember the anterior hormones is flat pig without the I. That stands for follicle-stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, thyroid hormones, prolactin, and the growth hormone. The pineal gland is located between the cerebral hemispheres of the brain. It secretes the hormone melatonin. Melatonin is derived from serotonin and is regulated in response to the diurnal cycle. The pineal gland secretes the highest level of melatonin at night, and that makes us sleepy. The thyroid gland is located in the neck, below the larynx and lateral to the trachea. It controls how quickly the body uses energy and helps maintain metabolic homeostasis. It produces thyroid hormones, T3 and T4, along with calcitonin, which assists with the calcium and phosphate balance. The four tiny parathyroid glands are usually located on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. Chief cells synthesize and secrete parathyroid hormone, PTH. PTH acts to increase blood calcium levels, while calcitonin produced in the thyroid gland acts to decrease blood calcium levels. The adrenal glands are located on the superior surface of the kidneys and release mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens, and the catecholamines. They help regulate the body's response to stress, its kidney function, water balance, and the sex hormone levels. The pancreas is an elongated organ behind the stomach and has a role in energy metabolism, storage, and utilization of glucose. It contains both exocrine cells that excrete digestive enzymes and endocrine cells that release glucagon and insulin to maintain blood glucose levels. The gonads function in production of gametes and also produce steroid hormones. The testes produce testosterone, which stimulates the production of sperm cells. The ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone that regulate the menstrual cycle and prepare the body for childbirth. Many thanks to all of my nursing instructors who diligently taught me anatomy and physiology. Abundant thanks to Carnegie Mellon University and Rice University for producing excellent anatomy and physiology resources, and for making them open and free. I also want to acknowledge all who contributed to Wiki Commons.